Now, the Dáil has voted to opt into the EU Asylum and Migration Pact by a margin of 79 votes to 72. The pact was debated in the House both this week and last. The government had argued that Ireland must look across the European Union for solutions to rising levels of migration rather than isolate itself. But a regular contributor to the show, Alison de Vere Hunt, is not at all happy with this decision and joins me online. Good morning to you, Alison.
Good morning, Fran. How are you?
I'm well, Alison. Good to talk to you today. I was following what you had to say on this on X or Twitter as it used to be. You described yesterday, Alison, as a shocking day for Ireland and shame on those who voted for this and who abstained. Hard words, Alison.
Yeah, but true words, Fran. Look, we're, already in the midst, and not to sound dramatic, of a plantation. Here and we're going to be flooded altogether. Our sovereignty. The government have gone rogue. And to be honest, for the people that voted for this, they did not think of the Irish people. They did not have the respect and the regard for the Irish people for what we voted for in the Lisbon Treaty. We have not been given a choice in this, and I am really angry. And to be honest, we cannot rely on politicians anymore, bar a small few like the likes of Matty McGrath and Carol Nolan, etc., to, look after us as a nation. They are not working for the Irish people. They're working for the state. And look, you see it every day with all the ads on the radio on behalf of the Irish government. It's not, they're not sponsoring stuff on behalf of the Irish government. It's on behalf of the state. It's our money. And to be honest, at this stage, they have gone rogue. And I don't know where we go from here. It was a very, very dark day yesterday for the nation of Ireland. And I don't say that lightly. I saw some comments last night about people going to leave the country, people with young daughters and that. People aren't feeling safe anyway, and our concerns are falling on deaf ears, and we're being seen as right-wing. I think the general public is starting to wake up to what's happening as individuals, many unvetted, are dotted all over the country. And that, to me, shows a plantation because they're putting them everywhere.
Well, is that not what they're trying to address with this, Alison? Because if we're to believe what's being said to us, that the pact aims to create a more fair and efficient system by assigning a specific number of applicants to each country based on a set criteria. Now, that includes population, I know, and GDP, which I know is of concern to you as well, isn't it?
Massive concern because, that's going to allow the floodgates to open, and this government are not fit for purpose. We have seen that. They have demonstrated that over the last number of months and the last, number of years. They can't handle what's coming in here at the moment. When you look, on average, it's taking about 18 months to process an asylum seeker in this country. Where do we go from here? I heard Heather Humphreys, this will quicken the process to 12 weeks. It'll also open the floodgates. And I don't see it quickening the process in any way. That, guard that you were speaking to this morning on the radio going on about recruitment and 130 out of 230, new recruits for the college next week, that's a sign of things to come. People are not going to join the forces. And, where are we going to be? We're going to be in a lawless society. And I blame firmly at the door of government because they are doing whatever the EU tells them. And it's beggars belief, friend, to be honest. And
it was tested in the High Court in terms of its constitutionality, but the High Court found it not to be unconstitutional, Alison.
Yes, but the thing is, the High Court judges are appointed by the government. So, the system is broke. It's all gone rogue, as I said already. And how can you trust a system that's broken? This didn't have to be rammed through like it has been. This needed more time, more of a process. It should have gone to the people. But no, this is part of the government's legacy, and they want to push this through. I don't have any faith in this quickening up the process because they have had choices up to now to send people back to the countries where they first had come to, and they haven't done that. So what?
But they would tell you that they didn't have enough data around that, and now with this new pact, they will have that kind of data in this Eurodac system available to them.
In relation to that, they did have, say, enough data, and the countries that these people came from, they said they would take them back, and the government still didn't send them back. You know, they're still expecting people to self-deport. The whole thing is complete nonsense. You know, like 4-year-old primary school kids would run a better show. Like, this is just out of control. It's pure out of control. And, you know, say, Stephen Donnelly there on the news, you know, going on about the anger that's out there and people, you know, protesting at politicians' doors. Although I don't agree with that, does that not just demonstrate the anger of the people? And, you know, that these people that have put themselves in positions of power are not leaders,
but I'm sure
and they're not capable.
you can't condone bomb threats at
No,
a
and that's what I say. What I said there a minute ago. I don't condone it, but to be honest, doesn't it show that there is a palpable anger and upset out there? And that is because the people of power, are not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
And still, Alison, I mean, I would have agreed with you that anger is out there right throughout the lead up to the election, and still largely people voted for the same.
Yeah, but Fran, I suppose there's a couple of ways to look at that. The Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael vote was less. But you see, what are you supposed to do? Look at the likes of my own area of Cashel Tipperary. 13 people went for the election. 4 of them were Fine Gael. 3 of them were Sinn Féin. There was 2 Fianna Fáil. So the thing is, you only had a couple of independents. So there was 7 seats. So you were going to get, say, an amount of party representatives in there, regardless of if they got one vote.
So there wasn't choice, you're saying, for people, is that it?
No, there wasn't choice. And unfortunately for, like, people going independent, they have to foot the bill completely themselves. And I think, to be honest, there's a huge amount of worthy and good people out there, but they don't have they don't want to be part of a party, and maybe they don't have the resources or the time in many cases, because I think that's part of it. You know, people have never kind of been busier. It's go, go, go. So,
and do you think it will be a very different result in the general election, Alison?
I hope so. I hope so, Fran. But hey, look, I believe the people are waking up very, very slowly. Look, the referendum was a great example of, you know, the lies that were told, and the advice that was kept under lock and key. We are being lied to, and look, I hope that enough good people go in the general election, and I hope we get a general election sooner than early next year. But look, there's going to be probably even more damage caused between this and the general election.
Can I ask you?